DETOUR Travel Tapes.
A cultural ambassador is one who, in the official sense, you work with the U.S. Department of State, or you might work with your embassy representing your country. It might be in relationship to work with the United Nations, but a cultural ambassador in whatever it is that you have expertise. So there are cultural ambassadors for everything from quilt making to basketball to bluegrass, jazz. And the jazz ambassadors go a long way back to Duke Ellington and Louis Armstrong and those guys. I got the first call in 2000. It was right after I moved from DC to Brooklyn. And John Palmer Claridge, who was at the State Department, and they were looking through the Source magazine and through Vibe, and he's like, yeah, that's not what you want, right? And so they had this list of names, and then they kept checking people off like, nah. And he's like, no, you need to meet Toni Blackman. And he called me from the office and said, can you mail me your press kit? That's when we were still mailing press kits. And so I mailed my press kit down. And next week I got a phone call from E.J. Montgomery, a program officer. And she said, I learned so much about you. I don't even like hip hop, but I like this rap you do. And then my first assignment, my first post, as they call it, was in 2001. In February of 2001, I went to Senegal and Ghana. I was supposed to go to Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, but there was some sort of political unrest happening, and so it was taken off of the plan. I was familiar with Senegal. My first love was Senegalese. I was very young, like 18, 19 years old. And so I knew the culture, I knew the food. I had sat on the floor eating out of one big plate with everybody. I knew the music. And I had already been to South Africa at least 4 times. And so this was a time to go. I think that would be one of my most profound travel stories.
DETOUR Travel Tapes.